Like Jonathan Kuminga has a lot of potential. He has a lot of potential, but they're holding him back, trying to mold him into a role player. And to me, he has like Tracy McGrady kind of talent. This is a Tracy McGrady kind of player. You don't try to mold him into a role player. You let him be who he's supposed to be. Look at this talent. Look at this talent.
Or to figure out if they're playing the Kings or if they're playing the Suns. Kuminga with the right hand. Oh, goodness gracious!
The bench doesn't know what to do with themselves.
That is not a role player. You're trying to make him a role player. This is not a role player. You gotta free Kuminga. Free Kuminga. You just gotta let him be a star. He has to go to his own team so he can run things. He can figure out how good he can get because he has so much potential. But a lot of coaches, they're doing the same thing to Bol, doing the same thing to Kuminga. And this is a potential Tracy McGrady situation where we could have something. You talk about Cooper Flag being a generational talent. This could be a generational talent if they just gave him the keys to the franchise.
And Green closes in defensively. Kuminga, long strides, reverse jam. Kuminga can fly.
The potential Kuminga has. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. The potential is definitely not in fashion. But basketball-wise, Kuminga has so much potential. I don't know why they're holding him back. I don't care if he goes to the Washington Wizards. If he goes to, what is the worst team? I don't care if he goes to the worst team. You just need to free Kuminga because this is kind of sad. Like they're just gonna hold him hostage. The same thing happening for Bol. I don't know what's happening with Bol. He can play. He can play basketball. They say, oh, he doesn't have like the heart or whatever. But whenever he's on the court, he produces. So I don't understand coaches sometimes. Sometimes coaches, when Michael Beasley said, they asked Michael Beasley, who was your toughest defender? He said, his coaches. He named his coaches. And that says a lot because a lot of coaches are the ones holding you back. Like Jonathan Kuminga, like Bol. There's a lot of players that have been held back by their coaches, You see, as a Warriors fan, his highs are high and his lows are low. That is true because he doesn't know how to play as a role player. They try to use him as a role player and all he knows how to do is it's kind of like try and shine, and that kind of clashes with the Warriors system where they want him to play a role so he can pass the ball to Curry, but the way he's set up to play, he's trying to take over. Like there's some players that are not designed to be role players, and you have to recognize that. Just gotta let him go. Let him go play somewhere else. That's the same thing that happened with Tracy McGrady with Vince Carter in like Toronto. Like they try to make Tracy McGrady a role player to try and pass the ball to Vince Carter and whatever, but he's not a role player. He's supposed to have his own franchise, and I think this is the same situation with Kuminga. Like put him on the Washington Wizards or something, And he just has way too much talent. The thing is, it's frustrating. It's frustrating when you pass the ball to someone when you can actually score. You feel like you have a better percentage of scoring and you pass it to somebody else. You're like, I know Steph Curry obviously is the better option to pass the ball to. But sometimes he's going to pass it to Draymond Green. He's going to pass it to Klay Thompson. He's like, I could have scored that. So when you have the ability to do, like, look at this.
Or to figure out if they're playing the Kings or if they're playing the Suns. Kuminga with the right hand.
Nobody on the Warriors does that. Nobody on the Warriors can do that. And you're telling him to be a role player when he can do that? That's crazy. I just think he needs to. Okay, his fashion though, I don't know about that.